He has made everything beautiful in its time. He has also set eternity in the hearts of men, yet they cannot fathom what God has done from beginning to end. Ecclesiastes 3:11 has been jumping out to me, y'all. A few days ago, I was watching a YouTube video and she mentions the verse in her what she was talking about. On Saturday, I had a one-on-one. She brings up Ecclesiastes 3:11, and today, y'all, I started and finished the book of Ecclesiastes. Y'all know I read the Bible in chronological order, so once I started, I finished it, and then I started back over again, and I just keep going and going and going. So today, I started to finish Ecclesiastes, and of course, coming across 3:11. It's essentially another way of saying to trust in God's timing, right? Because the verses above that, verses 1 through 8, I think it is. Matter of fact, I'm gonna read you guys the breakdown of it. Timing is important. All the experiences listed in these verses are appropriate at certain times. So where it says like there's a time for everything and a season for everything under the heaven, y'all know what I'm talking about. The secret to peace with God is to discover, accept, and appreciate God's perfect timing. The danger is to doubt or resent God's timing. This can lead to despair, rebellion, or moving ahead without his advice, aka creating, birthing, what have you, in Ishmael. And if y'all are familiar, which you should be, with the story of Ishmael, you know that that had a snowball effect of consequences, right? So that's why we cannot move ahead of God. We have to wait on God's timing. But I know that something is shifting. Y'all, I know it is. I have been feeling this in my spirit since the start of this year, to be honest with you. And you guys know, matter of fact, I'm gonna bring it. I don't know if you guys can see this because I know I usually have wording up here, what have you. Anyway, on January 1st, I was talking to the Lord about this year, right? And I made a video about this, y'all, so this is nothing new. But a few of the things that he told me is recompense, restoration, renewal, revival, reward. These are things that he continues to speak to me about, y'all, like through dreams or just, repeating the same thing of what he's already told me, just further confirmation, basically. Last night, y'all, I had got this email and I'm gonna show it to you. It says baby month is almost over, right? And I got that at 5:09. Now, as soon as I saw this email, it hit my spirit immediately. 5:09, I believe this is for Hebrew, means to rejoice, exalt, triumph. Yeah, the Hebrew verb for elatz primarily conveys a sense of exuberant joy or triumph. It is often used in contexts where there is a celebration of victory or a profound sense of joy and gladness. The term can imply a physical expression of joy, such as leaping or shouting, reflecting an intense emotional response. And 5:09 in Greek means from above, again, anew. The Greek adverb anothen primarily means from above and is used in the New Testament to convey the idea of origin or source, particularly in a spiritual or divine context. It can also mean again or anew, indicating a repetition or, what's that word, y'all? Renewal, okay? The term also carries the idea of renewal or starting over. And y'all, as I was documenting that in my notes app, right, like I do with everything when it hits my spirit, right, one of the girls that I follow on YouTube had posted a video and I got a notification right as I was updating my notes. Y'all probably recognize her, Summer. She was posting on TikTok. I don't think she's doing that too much anymore, y'all. I think she really migrated over to YouTube. But nonetheless, she had posted a story, right, and the caption says, "You deserve the new God is about to give you." Isaiah chapter 50, verse 9. See, the sovereign Lord is on my side. Who will declare me guilty? All my enemies will be destroyed like old cloths that have been eaten by moth. Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 9. For I am raising up an army of great nations from the north. They will join forces to attack Babylon, and she will be captured. The enemy's arrows will go straight to the mark, and they will not miss. Both of those verses talk about how the enemies are going to be handled by God, essentially, right? And it aligns because when we're transitioning into a new season, right, 9 times out of 10, the season that we're leaving has been rough, okay? Our enemies have had a field day with us. God has allowed this to happen, right? For whatever reason, it could be for growth, teaching, pruning, your Job season, whatever, okay? But God always, vengeance is always the Lord's, okay? God will always vindicate for you. So as you're transitioning, God is going to be destroying your enemies, right? Primarily spiritual, but let's not lie and say that in the physical too, people haven't tried to destroy us, whether they've been mocking us, making fun of us, maybe even in some cases physically trying to harm you or what have you. God's gonna handle them too. But nonetheless, y'all, there's a time for everything, okay? Just like Ecclesiastes chapter 3 tells us, right? There's nothing that we can do to make God speed up. We can't. There's no amount of praying. There's no amount of fasting. Some of you guys are dang near on your deathbed from fasting so much because you think that by fasting you're going to get God's attention and he's going to move for you. God doesn't move for nobody but himself, okay? He moves on his timing. He has a divine timing for everything. So we cannot manipulate God through our prayers, through our fasting or what have you. God moves when he moves. These seasons don't last forever, y'all. These times don't last forever, right? They will change. Things are changing. I can feel it. You know what I'm saying? But we can't, we just wait on God's timing, y'all. That's when it happens. When it happens, it happens. He likes to take us by surprise. You know what I'm saying? So I always tell people to stay in expectation. Nonetheless, y'all, take this back to God. This should not serve as a new information for you. This is just a serve as further confirmation of things God should already be speaking to you about, okay? Please don't ever take a word and receive it for yourself and it's not your season. Baby, you still might be in the trenches of a season. Amen? But don't fret, because like I said, this too shall pass, baby. There's a lot of growing, a lot of pruning, a lot of discipline, a lot of correction that happens in some of these seasons, all right? So, but a time for everything. Amen.